The St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party on the eve of Labour Day paid homage to Labour stalwarts by laying wreaths at their gravesides. Opposition leader Dr. Denzel Douglas, while laying wreaths at the grave of Sir Cuthbert Sebastian, the nation's longest-serving Governor-General, said he always ensured justice for aggrieved civil servants.
Public servants who would have felt that they were unfairly treated within the public service would make their way to Government House to see him, and he would use his best efforts to ensure that justice was pursued.
Wreaths were laid also at the graves of Joseph Nathaniel France, Sir Probin Innes, Sir Robert L. Bradshaw, Sir Paul Southwell, Charles E. Mills, Sir Lee Moore, Owen Keynes, Fitzroy Bryant, and Esmond St. John Payne.
It is fitting that we celebrate all of our comrades, but in particular Sir Joseph Nathaniel France, who was part and parcel of all significant progressive movements on behalf of the worker.
And I say it again, that whenever the next general elections are called, I will return as the Honourable, carrying on the legacy that Sir Paul Southwell would have done.
And he refused to assent to a particular bill that he found to be unconstitutional. He was fearless and he refused to assent to the bill. Thereafter, he was terminated, unfortunately, but he continued his contribution privately in private practice. And even as Marcelo would have suggested, Comrade Marcelo suggested through even church, and more importantly, his documentation of our history as a people. And so this afternoon, we want to acknowledge the contribution, the sterling contribution of Sir Probin Innes.
But through the work of Comrade Bryant and the St. Kitts Nevis Labour movement on a whole, today we have a foundation that is working for our people. But
today, he was who led us into our first blush of independence, political independence from Great Britain.
It is indeed a distinct honor for me to be here to lay this wreath on the gravesite of Comrade Moore. As I analyze his life and his work, I indeed find it as a great source of inspiration.
We want to remember His Excellency Mr. St. John Payne, but he chose to be part of the government in St. Kitts and Nevis so that he can contribute in the ministry of which he served.
Owen Keynes became the embodiment of the spirit of trade unionism here in St. Kitts and Nevis, especially at the field side of operations of the sugar industry. Charles Mills was a phenomenal leader of the labor movement.
Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.